Hello everyone and welcome to very early morning Düsseldorf. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a Boeing 737 pilot and a member of PMDG's tech team. In today's video we're going to have a look at two new add-ons in the same video. Number one, we're going to be using GSX Professional, and number two, we'll use FS2Crew for the Fenix Airbus A320. So this is my second flight using GSX Pro and my first flight using FS2Crew, so bear with me for anything that might not be 100% accurate. I did have a look into both product manuals, but of course, since especially GSX features like 70 pages, I may not be 100% proficient with them quite yet. Nonetheless, I hope that I can give you a great demo. So, as said, we're standing here in Düsseldorf, early morning, on a nice August summer day, waiting for the sun to come up, and we're going to fly the A320 over on a scheduled Eurowings service towards Hamburg. Expected flight time is going to be roughly 35 minutes, and we'll be using GSX and FS2Crew all the way. All of that said, let's head into the airplane and let's actually start to do something. Our airplane's still cold and dark at this moment, so let's start by having a quick look into all the flight plan and the electronic flight bag. Okay, so here we are, and let's go. First officer is powering the airplane up for us. Let's get some lights on and first officer is just performing the preliminary cockpit preparation, and when he's done with that, we can start doing our own stuff.
I'm out for the walk around.
Alright. So he's out for the walk around, and for us that means that we can get ready doing our own stuff with the airplane. So let's start getting a couple of lights on. And let's have a look into the mass and balance tab over here. We don't need any extra fuel today, so we'll just go with the standard 4.6 tons. Right, so
I'm out for the walk around.
Yep, you said that already, thank you. We'll go with the fast time loading in the Fenix menu. At the same time, let's get our refueling from GSX. Handling is gonna be from Avia Partner.
The truck is on its way.
All right, so. As per Airbus SOP, the pilot flying is still doing most of the stuff here. So that's what I'm going to do on this flight. So with FS2Crew, the captain is always the pilot flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And the first officer is always going to be the pilot monitoring. Our off-block is planned in just about 16 minutes, so let's actually try to get our stuff ready here, more or less in time. So, while things are going on over here, let's have a look what's happening on the ground there. They said a fuel truck is requested, so is he coming yet? No, not quite yet, but I'm sure he's going to come eventually. Yeah, it's on its way. That's gotta be fine enough for us. Alright, so what are we going to do? Will be the Germanwings 8 X-Ray Juliet this morning. 8X Juliet, cost index 30, and the cruise level is gonna be 230. Alright. 30 cost index, cruise level 230. You may align the IRS and uplink my wind, my friend.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Perfect.
Fuel truck is in position.
Right, nice, here he is. Just about setting everything up. In the meantime, get me my jetway, please. No, I don't want to reposition the aircraft. Thank you. So everything's slowly starting to come together here. Ground services starts doing their job. Oop. Nope, didn't mean to do that.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll use the opportunity to request boarding in
Boarding requested.
GSX as well. Okay, so let's take it from here. Our sit is all on off, but we can use conventional backup here for the engine out procedure. So let's quickly set that one. The rest of it the FO can do all by himself. So, do we have a preliminary load sheet yet, maybe? Quickly going to borrow your MCDU, my friend.
Pilot's boarding starting. Crew
Okay.
boarding starting.
So, boarding starting, they say.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Alright. You can hear them coming in, but in this case it's unfortunate that I've chosen Düsseldorf for the departure, because if we had a jetway with windows in it, we could actually see the passengers boarding. One of those features I really like about GSX. Let's see, can we force a preliminary load sheet somehow? Let's see. Load sheet, prelim. Very good, that's what I've been looking for. So 57.9 and 31.4. In terms of fuel, we have 4.6 tons. That's pretty much all we need. Boarding complete. Very good. Now the Fenix is, of course, removing the jetway, while GSX is still in progress. That's something that might need a little updating here. Come on, you give me my jetway back, my friend. Thank you. The fueling's still here. Let's see when he's gonna be finished, and then we'll hopefully start our loading of the luggage as well. Everything's taking a little bit longer here now. Don't be worried about that. Always the same thing when you're getting so many new add-ons at once, isn't it? Alright, anyway, I think we're pretty much done with this, so... Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Alright, so, the aircraft is in a good status. We have no NOTAMs, and there is no significant weather either. Let's go ahead then and have a quick look. We're sitting in an Airbus A320-200 with CFM 56 engines. The navigation database is up to date. In terms of the fuel, we're taking 4.6 tons, and estimated takeoff weight gives us 62.3. Extra time at destination 31 minutes, but let me quickly update the alternate fuel before we can actually talk about that. So diversion fuel is going to be 1.1. That's going to give us a more accurate value then. Here we are. That's just about 4 minutes extra, but we have the full transition in, so that's not a problem. We're going to calculate the takeoff performance in a few moments. Actually, let's go ahead and calculate it now. We're expecting Düsseldorf's runway 23 left. We'll synchronize load sheet and calculate. Let's take intersection figures for Lima 3. That should save us a little bit of taxi time. So that's going to give us flaps 1, downwind 0.3 and 65 degrees temperature. 1, down 0.3, 65. And takeoff speed 323535. Alright, so takeoff config 1 plus F, takeoff runway is 23 left. Let's see, yeah, V1 132, VR is gonna be 132, and V2 is gonna be 135. Flex temperature 65 degrees. And that's about that. Alright, so, for our routing then, we are parked in gate Delta 9, Bravo 9. That's going to be a pushback to the left hand side with our lovely and excellent GSX add-on. Let's see, they're still working on the refueling down here, so that's probably the source of our delay. But what did I expect when I choose Avia Partner as handling service? So I'm just getting what I deserve over here. Alright, so that one basically went on my own. So let's have a look at the charts real quick then. We are parking down here on Down Bravo 9, pushback most likely into the bay over here, then taxi out via Papa 4 Mike, and as we said, we're going to take intersection Lima 3 figures, so that's like close to the end of the runway up here. Our departure is the Mabel 3 Tango departure, taking us straight ahead to Delta Lima 230 above 600 feet, and that is what we have in here as well. It's going to be a right-hand turn, then Delta Lima 235, maximum speed 190 knots in here. And then it's a right-hand turn to Delta Lima 248. From there on, continue via Aircom, Lusix, and Mevel. In here we have Aircom, Lusix, Mevel. Speed 250 at or below level 100, that's the speed limit point we have in here. And initial climb clearance 5,000 feet, which is pre-selected. Let's see finally then, transition altitude 5,000 feet, we have that in, and remain on tower frequency until passing 2,000 feet, then contact Lang Radar 135. No, 121 decimal 355, or 13565 on VATSIM at the moment. Any questions?
No questions.
Alright, perfect. The final load sheet is here as well, very good. Let's go ahead and check that then. We're looking at 57.8, it's in compliance anyway, so 57.8 and 30.9, yep, that's close enough for me. Fuel in tanks 4.6, that matches, and that should give us a takeoff weight of 62.2 versus 62.3. Okay, we can accept this, and then we can use the values that we've calculated previously. Let's go ahead then and get our ATC clearance. That was a bit optimistic. Okay. Lang Radar, good morning. Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet. No 8 is available. Request Alpha clearance to Hamburg.
Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet. I'll check the 8 in a second. You are cleared to Hamburg via the Mabel 3 Tango departure out of runway 23 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet via FID. Squawk 2256. And start up the move.
Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, startup approved, clear to Hamburg via Mabel 3 Tango departure, flight match route, climb at 5,000 feet, squawk 2256.
Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, feedback is correct.
Alright. That's what I wanted to hear. Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed. Removed.
Fuel quantity.
4,570 kilograms.
Seat belts.
On.
Addons.
Nav.
Barrow ref.
1009. Set. 1009 set.
1009 set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
Let's say hello to the passengers then. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. My name is Emmanuel, and in the name of Eurowings, I would like to welcome you aboard our flight to Hamburg. Flight time this morning is going to be approximately 35 minutes, so this is going to be a fairly short trip. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, and if there is anything that we can do for you to make your flight more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask any of our cabin crew. thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you are going to enjoy your flight, and we are now requesting you to pay the full attention to the cabin crew safety demonstration that is going to be performed very shortly. That is not just happening for your own safety, but also for the safety of the people sitting around you. Thank you very much again for your attention, and you're all very warm and welcome aboard this Eurowings flight. Okay, so let's go ahead in GSX then, and for some reason the fuel truck is still in position. It's probably waiting for us to change something on the fuel there, but not going to do that now. And because of that, the baggage loading is also not happening right now. Anyway, we want to get going.
Welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seat, please place
So I'm
your
just going to
smaller
reset the
items under
position.
the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartment. If you need assistance, contact the flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. Also review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you
Yeah,
are
let's prepare the
seated at an exit
position for
seat,
pushback
also review
and
exit
get rid of the
seat
jetway.
criteria.
Let's get a pushback tuck into position as well. That's important now when you're flying online. Be sure that GSX is actually preparing everything by the time that you are requesting your pushback with air traffic control. So for us, start the APU. APU on. Okay, it doesn't want to listen to me.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And we've just got to start the APU ourselves, so be it. Unfortunate, but all we can do.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes,
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Bypass pin inserted.
thank you. And we've got another company message. Oh, that's just all the telex messages, okay. We're going to ignore those for now. Okay, so as you can see, it's taking GSX a little while to actually get everything connected, so we are going to wait until they are done. Also, we'll wait until the APU has finally started up.
Locking gear.
Okay, here we are. So, then let's go ahead with the before start procedures. Eurowings 8X scheduled, request pushback.
Eurowings 8, X-ray Juliet, pushback is approved facing north onto Papa 4.
Pushback approved facing north onto Papa 4, Eurowings 8X Juliet. Okay, so that is our trigger then. Let's go ahead and do the before start procedures. Window is closed, there's everything done, and you can remove ground power and shocks. Before start checklist.
Parking brake.
Set.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
Okay, that's 132, 132, 135. Flexing 65 degrees.
V1, 1, 3, 2, VR, 1, 3, 2, V2, 1, 3, 5, flex temp, 6, 5 degrees.
Set and checked.
Beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Okay, so GSX, that is your call then.
Once again, ladies and
So,
gentlemen,
continue
welcome
pushback.
on board our flight today. This is the lead
And let's
flight
do
attendant.
nose to the left.
Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card
Commencing
card
push.
that illustrates the
All
safety
engines
equipment
clear.
on this aircraft.
Start at bin.
Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, like information signs and posters. Placards fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt to release your seatbelt. Lift a metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights
Starting
will
engine
illuminate
2.
the aisle.
Okay.
The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the
It's so
cabin
nice
or
that we are
lavatory.
finally able to
Cabin
just
lights
monitor
will
the
now
engine
be
start
turned
here
off.
instead of having to focus on the
Reading
push.
light buttons are located above your
Starting
seat.
engine 1.
Thank you for your
Okay.
attention.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, so stand by please.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew
So that's
instructions,
2 good starts.
like information
Cockpit to
signs
ground.
and
We have a
posters.
good engine start. You can
Placards
disconnect.
fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt to release your seatbelt. Lift a metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation.
After start checklist.
Each door is
Anti-ice.
equipped with an escape
Off.
slide.
ECAM
Locate the
status.
exit nearest you.
Check.
The nearest
Pitch
exit
trim.
may be behind you. In an
30% set.
emergency, lights will illuminate
Rudder
the
trim.
aisle.
Neutral.
The cabin is
After start
pressurized.
checklist completed.
If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask
Tow
towards
truck
you to start the
disconnected.
flow of oxygen.
Bypass in removed.
Oxygen will be
Okay.
flowing to the mask even though the bag may not
Left is
inflate.
clear. Right is clear.
Cover your nose and mouth with the mask.
So then you're clear to disconnect and see you with the hand signal on the right hand side then.
Secure your own mask before assisting others.
Where is she?
Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove
There she
the
comes.
cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or laboratory. Cabin lights will
Okay,
now
that's
be
the hand
turned
signal
off.
received.
Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, flight control check please. Flight control check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
And the rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Germanwings 8 X-ray Juliet, request taxi.
Germanwings 8 X-ray Juliet, taxi holding point runway 23 left, via Papa 4, Mike Lima.
Germanwings 8 X-ray Juliet, taxi holding point runway 23 left via Papa 4, Mike Lima 1.
Germanwings 8 X-ray Juliet, information, Papa is now available.
Germanwings 8 X-ray Juliet, roger. Okay. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
So let's get clear of the apron and then we are going to do the checklist.
Eurowings 9602, no flight plan received, please submit a flight plan. Eurowings 9602, you are cleared to Lissabon via the Bordeaux 1 Tango departure, out of runway 23 left, initial climb to 5,000 feet via SID, squawk 2234, status approved.
Jetzt sind wir am Motor 1 Tango departure, Airline, Squawk 2234, and confirmation.
That's a lovely light over here, isn't it?
Eurowings 9602, feedback is complete.
That's what I love about those early morning departures. It's really worth it flying at this time of the day, even though you have to get up at like 3 AM. When you're seeing this, it's covering up for the early alarm clock. Okay, so our taxi routing is understood all the way to the end. Taxi checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked.
That unchecked.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
On. On. On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff, no blue.
Taxi checklist completed.
You see, sometimes when you don't use the correct phrase in the voice recognition, it's still a little bit of a hassle, but we're getting there eventually. It is worth it to say, by the way, that FS2Crew has a helper where it's going to tell you that where it's going to tell you exactly what to do next. So everything's available right within the simulator and no more fiddling with PDF files or anything. That's really cool. Eurowings 8X Juliet, ready for departure.
Eurowings 8X Juliet, wind 200 degrees, 07, selecting 23 left, clear for takeoff.
Eurowings 8X Juliet, runway 23 left, clear for takeoff. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Cleared for departure.
Takeoff runway confirmed. Approach path clear of traffic. Cabin crew be seated for takeoff.
Line up checklist.
Takeoff runway.
Approaching. 2, 3, left.
Confirmed.
Runway 2, 3, left. Confirmed. Pax 1 and 2.
Off.
Pax 1 and 2.
Off.
Lineup checklist completed.
Okay, so ready for departure.
On runway. 2, 3, left.
Takeoff.
Check.
Line flag 65. SRS. Runway. Auto thrust blue.
Checked. Thrust set. $100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Speed checked.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Gear up.
Gear up.
That was lovely. Instead of gear up, he understood flaps up. German wings 8X Juliet, climb flight level 310, request level 230 is final.
Packs are on.
Eurowings 8X Juliet, request flight level 230 is final level. Climb flight level 230, Eurowings 8X Juliet. Okay, that's better. Let's wait until we clear the speed restriction, then we can raise our flaps. Flap 0.
Speed checked. Standard cross checked. Passing flight level. 0, 5, 7. Now.
Checked. Autopilot 1 on. Okay, so here we go. That is our departure complete. Now, had a tiny issue here with the co-pilot retracting the flaps instead of the landing gear, so I might have to train our voice recognition system here, because it obviously misunderstood what I've been saying. Eurowings 8X Juliet, any shortcuts available? Direct Oscar Sierra November, Eurowings 8X Juliet. Okay, Oscar Sierra November. Here we go. below 100. The lights are our task. Seatbelts off. Clear RATNAV.
Check speed.
Clear RATNAV. Let's see, it's actually going to do it. Oh, doesn't look like it. Okay, then we've got to do it ourselves. Right, the optimum is 3.6, but 2.3 is totally fine for us. What a lovely look this is. What a lovely look. Man, lights are at full intensity already. We forgot something. Guard frequency on the second radio. And of course we'll have to monitor that.
Radar, schönen guten Morgen, Eurowings 435. Eurowings 435, Eurowings 4335, then Alpha 03 would like to confirm PDC.
Eurowings 4335, go ahead.
Engine anti-ice on.
PDC received 642 Zulu, initial climb 5000 on the SID. To Salzburg flight route, initial 5000, Kumik, 6 Tango departure out of 23 left, for What to do, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments,
Vertical speed.
we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and
Engine
also
anti-ice
ensure
off.
all safety. Thank you.
Engine anti-ice off. So you can see occasionally it still has some trouble actually understanding what I'm saying, but with the time it's going to learn. That's my experience with past iterations of FS2Crew add-ons. You are going to have some issues initially getting the voice recognition engine to do everything that you're supposed to do, but eventually it will get there, and it is going to learn from what you are saying. So don't be surprised if it initially doesn't always react to what I'm saying. It will learn it after a while, so if you've been using the add-on for a week or so and did a couple flights with it, then everything is going to work just like it should. So don't be turned down just because initially it doesn't always do what you are supposed to do, or what you are telling it to do. I do have to say, by the way, that things have become quite a lot better. I remember using FS2Crew for the Aerosoft Airbus like 10 years ago, and back then the speech recognition engine seriously had issues understanding stuff that's being said. So, all of that said, the voice recognition engine has improved quite a bit, and I'm really happy to see actually how good it is working. I did honestly not expect it to be that good. Alright, so that's set and done. Let's get our sunshades down. That's the downside of flying so early in the morning. The sun is shining right up in your face. You have control. Alright, so let's have our first officer flying a little bit, and in the meantime we are going to prepare our arrival into Hamburg. This is a fairly short flight, so don't expect everything to, or rather do expect everything to go rather quick. Let's request some weather for Delta Hotel. Let's see, weather data. Variable to knots, CAF OK, 24 degrees, 1011. Okay, I can work with that. So it's probably going to be runway 23 then. The arrival will then be the Ripso to Papa arrival for the ILS approach. Oh, what's it doing now? Hello? Here we go. For the ILS approach, runway 23. Let's get out some ground shots then. We'll need these and these. So Ripso is level 110 or less by ATC, that's normal. For the missed approach, Hamburg VOR. And they have an outer marker, but no ADB over there, okay. So let's take Alsta and Hamburg. Alpha Lima Fox and Hamburg.
Eurowings 4235, ready for pushback. Eurowings 4335, pushback is moving. Please confirm facing north, but Eurowings 4335. Eurowings 4335, facing north. Yeah, facing north. Eurowings 4335.
So, Hamburg, runway 23, it's the dry runway as we've just seen. And apply that major, and let's have a look what the landing weight is going to be. 2.6 on arrival, 3.4 on board right now, so we're going to use like 800 kilos, give us a landing weight of 60.4. Auto reverse, auto throttle is fine with me. Club 3 landing is probably going to save us a little bit. Yep, it will. So let's go for this. Are you ready for the approach brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, so destination weather is good, aircraft's in a good condition, we have no times affecting us. And I will just put the engine anti-ice back on. Keep in mind, right now the first officer is pilot flying, so turning the anti-ice on is actually my job right now. Okay, so, let's see then. Transition level is gonna be 7-0. Just got to type a little bit of stuff in the FS2Crew briefing menu over here, so that the first officer is getting some basic information that he needs. Unfortunately, you can't really do that one before the before you ask him for the briefing. So we'll just have to do it like now. Right, so everything's entered. So let's go ahead then with our routing. The arrival is going to be via the Ripso to Papa arrival for an ILS approach for runway 23. Ripso to Papa is on a chart over here, so that's 10-2 Sierra effective 11th of August. Speed maximum 250 at or below flight level 100, we have that one in. And the routing then is going from Ripso Delta Hotel 620 at 220 knots, above 4,000 feet. So we have Ripso, Delta Hotel 620 and 220 knots over there. From there we fly on Delta Hotel 632, 220 knots as well, and thereafter it's going to be 33, 34, 35 in the downwind. And that's all what we have. Thereafter it's a right hand turn, Delta Hotel 655, 220, 656, 657, so 55, 67. And from there we'll join the ILS approach for runway 23 at Hamburg. The chart is 11-3, effective 11th of August, and the approach starts at Pisces, minimum 170 knots. So in here we have Pisces, and that is speed constraint of okay, it doesn't actually take the plus. So I guess we'll just have to take it as under 70 knots restriction then. That's fine with me. 3-degree glide path down to minimums of 255, that's in as well. And for the missed approach, straight ahead to 5.5 DME Alpha Lima Foxtrot. So we have Alpha 6 in here. And then turn left direct to Hamburg VOR, climbing 4,000 feet. So we have Hamburg VOR 4,000 feet. Setup Hamburg VOR, Ulster DME, so we're going to use VOR, and GPS is primary with a high accuracy. The cruise page is basically all filled in, and for the approach page we have 1011, 24 degrees, wind calm, transition level 70 and minimum 255. We're going to do config free landing, which is selected on the GPWS as well. And looking at our performance calculator, config free landing is giving us 1,611 meters, factor to become 1,851. So, looking at the parking chart, going to land on runway 23, we'll locate Delta 7 if we can make it, otherwise Delta 4. And then we'll taxi Delta 1, cross runway 33, and somewhere up here to the main apron. Let's see where we have that. It is, so it's going to be probably something down south. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Want to do this Malay, Eurowings ATC Juliet Joe. Okay, that's unfortunate. No further ATC available for the rest of our flight. So, extra fuel is 15 minutes, and the secondary flight plan is just about a copy of the active. Let's copy that once more, and that's it. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, then I'm quickly going to talk to the passengers once again. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning again from FlightTech. This is your captain speaking. We are going to start our descent towards Hamburg in a few moments, and the remaining flight time is in the region of approximately 20 minutes. Weather in Hamburg is looking pretty good. Temperature already 24 degrees, and there is no wind as well. We'd like to thank you very much for choosing Eurowings for today's flight. Hope that you have enjoyed it as much as we did. We look forward to working all again for the future flight. Until then, we wish you a nice and safe onwards journey. Stay healthy, and we look forward to see you again soon. Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, aus dem Cockpit hier Kapitän, wir werden kurz in Hamburg einleiten. Die verbleibende Flugzeit noch etwa 20 Minuten. Das Wetter in Hamburg ist schön bei einer Temperatur von 24 Grad und Windstille. Ich möchte uns herzlich bedanken, dass Sie heute unsere Gäste waren, wünschen Ihnen einen schönen Aufenthalt, gegebenenfalls eine gute und sichere Weiterreise und würden uns freuen, Sie auch bald wieder an Bord eines unserer Flugzeuge willkommen zu heißen. Bis dahin, vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit und wir wünschen Ihnen einen schönen verbleibenden Tag. Okay, that's our passengers covered, and we are pretty much done with everything. So let's give ourselves a direct to Delta Hotel 632. It's gonna be a nice little shortcut over here. And of course we'll just have to give it a sensible altitude restriction here. Let's see if we take the Charlie India behind the Delta Hotel point. What is it going to calculate then? Ah, I forgot, it's an Airbus, it's not going to calculate anything. So let's see, from Pisces that's maybe 10 miles, so let's put 5,000 feet there. Oh, then we're right at the top of the center already. Oh, let's go. Oh, 100, down we go. Oh, that's a little bit bright for my taste. We'll keep some shades down. I have control. I think I forgot to say that earlier on, so FS2Crew was still remote that he was flying. Engine anti-ice off. And there we go, he's turned it off for us. Let's see, arrival time is now 02, so in about 20 minutes, so that's still including the full arrival. Seatbelts on. And here we go, he's actually doing some work for us. Very nice. Oh, that might already be the harbor of Hamburg, right? Let's see if we can see anything. Yeah, it certainly is. So up here is Hamburg already. Always love those short domestic flights here. I've always loved the route from Düsseldorf to Hamburg as well. When I started flying online, that was one of my favorite VATSIM routes. Düsseldorf-Hamburg and Düsseldorf-Berlin back in the day. But back in the day, they still used to have the Berlin online day on Mondays, so you always had that very nice shuttle route there between Düsseldorf and Berlin. But that was like 10 years ago maybe. So there's one more aircraft over there, but he seems to be rather low. Let's make a quick uniform call to see what he's up to. Hamburg traffic, Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, 40 miles out for a ride down on runway 23. It doesn't seem to me like the FS2Crew first officer is setting the range of his navigation display dynamically yet. Let's give him terrain as well. Sufficient if we have the weather radar. Most certainly in CAF-OK conditions anyway. That's our airport down here. It should be roughly right for the position where it is supposed to be in Hamburg. Okay, let's go all the way down. What's very nice as well, I can't show these on the screen since they are probably copyrighted. FS2Crew is delivering the flow pattern for the Airbus in the manual, so that's pretty cool. So you're getting pretty much the original Airbus flow patterns with it as well. I mean, of course you do, after all you are flying a multi-crew add-on here. So, let's see, EFIS is set. Why did the FO just change my EFIS range? You gotta do that on the right hand side, my friend, not on the left hand side. Anyway, constraints, range, LS button, and nav accuracy is still high. That's what we need. I'll force the airplane at 250 knots here for as long as the drag model of the Fenix is still so screwed. Let's actually help it getting down a bit. After all, we can turn final just to be prices, so let's do that if we can. Lufthansa to Mike Whiskey from Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet. How many miles are you out? We are on a right and downwind for runway 23. Lufthansa to Mike Whiskey, I read you 3, say again. Lufthansa to Mike Whiskey, Roger. Can you please report a 5-mile final? Lufthansa to Mike Whiskey, please report 5 miles final.
One, 0, 0, 9, set, passing, 6,300. Now.
Approach checklist.
Barrel rev.
100. Actually, that's not correct. That QNH 1011. 1011 set.
1, 0, 1, 1, set.
Approach checklist. Approach checklist. Nope, it doesn't seem to want to understand us anymore. Let's do the checklist again. Restart checklist.
Barrel rev.
1011 set.
1, 0, 1, 1, set.
Why is it not asking me the next challenge? Set and checked.
Minimum.
255 feet set.
Auto brake.
Medium. Medium armed.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist completed.
Okay, so that seems a little bit strange here. But it does seem to happen in checklist eventually, that it does forget about what you have, that it sometimes just forgets a step. Anyway, let's start a base turn, and let's start slowing down because the other traffic might still be on final to the opposite runway. Flaps 1.
Speed check.
So, creating an extended center line here. Let's start the base turn. I don't think we need these anymore. Right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of hand flying, shall we? Arm approach. That's very nice that he's actually doing all these things. That makes flying so much nicer. I really miss that in the 737 for now. I'll just switch all the lights on already. Because that's something that the first officer is apparently not doing. I'll have to read up on the Airbus SOP again. Probably the lights are captain only. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. Right, we have local letter capture. Last lap capture. 4,000 feet, missed approach set. Hamburg traffic, Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, 10 miles final, runway 23. So looking at the wind up here, we probably made the right decision going around the airport for runway 23. Even though on the ground the wind is light and variable, up here it is actually a headwind on the approach.
2,500.
Radar
Check.
altimeter alive.
We can see the other aircraft on short final over there. Let's start slowing down. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Gear down.
Gear down.
So he's on the runway, so he's definitely going to be clear by the time that we are getting there. Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Landing checklist.
ECAM memo.
Landing, no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
So he's vacating the runway right now. You can see him coming off over there.
1,000.
Check. Hamburg traffic, Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, 3 miles final, runway 23.
Approaching. 2, 3.
I do have to say, the Airbus flies pretty nicely with just the auto throttle on. But it's built for that, unlike the 737. What's that guy doing up there? Hamburg traffic, Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, short final, runway 23.
500.
And this would not be VATSIM if that guy would not be taxiing on the runway. Wait for it, wait for it. Yes, he does. Very nice.
100 above.
Hamburg traffic, Eurowings 8 X-ray Juliet, very short final, runway 23. The traffic may please vacate.
Minimum.
Continue. Yeah, so let's see if that guy has crash detection enabled.
100.
Yeah, there he comes.
50. 40. 30.
Ah, yeah, he's out.
20.
Nice.
Restart. 5.
Typical VATSIM moment here.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decil.
100 knots. No, I don't have to say that. We got somebody doing it for us.
80 knots.
Manual brakes. Alright, so welcome to VATSIM, man. That's how it works over here when there's no air traffic controller online. But if I'm totally honest with you, I can't really be bothered. I did my announcements, he didn't bother to read Unicom, so if I'm crashing into him, then who knows, maybe he's got crash detection enabled and maybe that's going to end his flight. That's my opinion on people ignoring others on VATSIM. So that's the reason why I just continued the approach and didn't bother to go around for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
After landing checklist.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
Off. Off.
After landing checklist completed.
Brakes hot. Delay takeoff for cooling. Okay.
Approaching. 3, 3.
So the first officer has actually turned our APU on already. Right, let's get our GSX going as well. So let's see, gate Alpha 5. Request to follow me? Yes, please. Oh boy, and now that gentleman is sending me messages here that I would not have made Unicom announcements and that I'm an idiot and so on. That's lovely. Welcome to VATSIM, my friends. Welcome to VATSIM. So, we've got a gate here. We have a marshal as well. Very good. Oh boy, forgot those lights. Kinda had my mind set that the first officer would do them. And now he's telling me I landed the wrong direction and so on. Oh boy. Alright, here we are. Brakes up, so... Cabin crew, disarm slots and cross-track.
The boarding requested.
Alright, so, let's see, the jetway is coming. Parking checklist.
Parking brake or chocks.
Set.
Engines.
Off.
Wings light.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off. Off.
Parking checklist completed.
Alright, so I would say overall quite a good flight. Except for that very short final approach there. And of course, VATSIM without air traffic control, we've just seen where it quickly goes. So let's have a look at some of the more interesting stuff here at the GSX stuff. So they're correctly using containers for the Airbuses, while they have been using bags and suitcases as correct for the 737. Welcome to Hamburg, my friends. Guys, if you can fly, then why did you need my Airbus? I guess I'm just probably parked a little bit too far behind, but we parked where GSX stopped us, so I guess this just has to do the job. Anyway, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit more of GSX in action. I also hope that you've enjoyed our lovely little short final for Runway 23. So I'm looking forward to welcome you all again on the next video. Thank you very much. And if you do want to support the channel, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below.